Got those, John.
Whatever we had written down, I went and made sure that was what was in there.
Okay. So, we have the minutes from the regular meeting of December 19th.
I saw those, they looked accurate, I make a motion to approve.
Second.
Okay.
John,
Yes.
PJ,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes. Okay, then we have the minutes from the regular organizational meeting regular and organizational meeting on January 3rd. I had one minor change which was implemented. So, any other comments?
I looked at them up into the
there
organizational
was,
part.
I changed the mileage, and there was incorrect mileage in there, but it's good now.
Okay. All right, I'll make a motion to approve.
A second.
John,
Mm-hmm.
PJ,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes. Okay, scheduled reports. And that's Chief John Phillips.
Just have two things. One is, we're tasked with maintaining one of our bigger assets at the fire department since we did the addition, and that's our floor maintenance. And we've been hiring an outside contractor to do our floor maintenance that has the equipment and the professional know-how to take proper care of it, which has been interfinished for the last 4 years. Got a requisition here for that, and a proposal from them, which is, they're holding the same cost as they had in the last 4 years, which is $49.80. So I'm asking the board for their approval on that.
Okay. Well, they appear to have been doing a good job for you all these years. And from what I've heard, you're happy with the results. Whenever I go up there, it looks like the floor is holding up pretty well.
Yeah, we have periodic meetings where I meet up with them, and we view the station and look at the floors and see what area needs more attention, what area we might be able to move to a lesser attention area, and it's been working well. So that place is in operation 24/7 and gets a lot of foot traffic.
All right, I'll make a motion to approve the expenditure of $4,980 for the interfinished floor maintenance program for the fire station.
A second.
John,
Yes.
PJ,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes. And Riccardi did his report.
I got one other thing. That time of year again, pancake breakfast is gonna be coming up in February. We'll be here before you know it. Last Sunday of the month, which would be the 26th, and March 5th, which would be first Sunday in March. So we'll be putting flyers up and look forward to having pancakes again this year.
And pork sausage.
John, I was wondering if it'd be all right with you guys, we were kind of kicking this around down at the road department, if we might open up the road department building so somebody who wanted to come down and see it, who couldn't have come before, after breakfast or something, could come down there.
Absolutely.
And
I think it'd be a good opportunity. You do get a pretty good turnout. Yeah, you know, I've talked to a lot of people that said they couldn't make it for a grand opening, and
thought maybe if we
be an
could,
opportunity for them to.
we might come up with some kind of a sign in there, come on down and visit.
Sure.
I doubt we'll have doors open.
That's it for me.
All righty, sir. Trustee reports, Mr. Eberly. I think you did a pretty good report.
I wanted to follow up on the, I did put 2 ads out for the construction manager, and we should have some answers back by the February 4th meeting. And we also need to do put an advertisement out for a architect and then an advertisement for a contractor. Then we can put the team together and come up with the design.
Okay, so you wanna get those out right away then, or?
Well, we'll have to do two of them. So that's my motion.
Okay. I'll second.
Oh, my brain's catching up here. We need one for architect and one for
Contractor.
contractor. John,
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes. Anything else, Mr. Everly?
Nope.
Mr. Kavanaugh?
Just a couple things. I met with Charles Hess, Chuck Hess from Bainbridge. He is, I think he might be chairman of their historical society. If not, he's extremely involved. And just going over some strategy on primarily the early part of the bicentennial stuff. This is our happy birthday year, 200 years. First real scheduled event of the series, which will go April, late May, July, and then we're going to finish with, we're shooting at the late September party up here at the park. Sunday, April 23rd, at Kenston High School Auditorium. It's going to be a reenactment of the County Commissioners meeting establishing Auburn as a township on the first Monday in March of 1817. And we're looking for some, it's a 15-minute program. It's part of the Kenston Art Show, which also has become music show. And we've got a 15-minute period there. It's going to be in the auditorium there, in the Bob Lee's auditorium there. And
They have a time closer to the date?
yeah, closer to the date. Chuck's working on the script, and he's taken the bull by the horns for both Auburn and Bainbridge, because we were, actually, we found out, as he found out in some research, we jointly elected a justice at the same time, so there maybe there wasn't even an Auburn-Bainbridge split at that point, which I
Right.
find
I don't know if everybody knows this, but we've come to find out Auburn and Bainbridge was the same place.
Yeah, 140 some years later, you know, when the schools are merging, now it maybe makes sense why they look to the west and not the north, because there's been a connection there for a long, long time. So anyway, anyone with any information from that period, Chuck Hess is the go-to guy, Bainbridge Historical Society, and we're gathering what we can here as well, which is part of the reason that map came up here today, Fred. Memorial Day, I think the consensus is, other than maybe we'll certainly make mention of it, and we'll probably have some banners or some advertising thing saying what's upcoming events at the museum. This is this is Memorial Day. We're gonna stay in focus there. And that's the thought I'm having.
I think it's an excellent idea.
Yeah. But we would like to notify folks that there's upcoming events that around the corner, which goes over to you, because that would be wrapped around the fireworks.
Right.
Yeah. And you've been on that, from what I understand.
Yeah, I'll
So,
be on that committee again also.
we're gonna have some Auburn display, I guess, in a tent.
Yeah, we're planning on, Bainbridge was planning on having a display tent for some historical items, and so we're gonna join in on that.
It's, been a community, what, third year, fourth year? Was it fourth year we've done this with fireworks?
Yeah, I think this is
I
about,
think it might be the fourth. So, we'll get some I would think items from mostly the museum. The girl that helped us reorganize that after it was repaired and reconstructed has volunteered to be involved and to help us with this along the way. And then the 4th of July, we've asked Patty Phillips if she would just kind of throw it out that there's maybe a theme to it this year, maybe a happy birthday thing here and there, you know. Anyway, so that's what's around the corner. The plans are coming together and things are starting to move. And you're actually going to see a thing on the agenda tonight with plates. Right up there to the left, I believe, is the sesquicentennial plate, I think. And I think this is the same company. It's an Alliance, still in business. Is going to cast 12 dozen. We're looking at with updated pictures of the new
Gosh, I hope we
buildings.
can get more of those out than 12 dozen, but
Well,
I'm a
they're
salesman by
They're
by
pricey,
trade.
they're pricey, but this was coming, so, I don't know, 12 dozen is 144. They would like to get us moving on this because I guess there's a design period that
Sure.
they want to get on. So we can discuss the volume, but that's where we started. That's about all I got on that. Did want to mention, Emmerich talked about a lot of tree work that we're going to be doing, and I don't think it's going to involve anybody here tonight. You're just off the radar, but First Energy's taken down, they're doing a lot of work in under their utility lines in the northeast part of the township.
They took down a lot on Thorpe, right in front of my house.
They showed me the map. It's all northeast Auburn, on down Stafford, into Rapids, Troy. It's a big project. They're grubbing out everything, you know. If the big trees are underneath their service lines, they don't really care, which still doesn't make sense to me, but they're gonna take out all the undergrowth and they're gonna treat, you know, they're using extensive herbicide on this too, which, to keep regrowth down. So it's a big project. I'm trying to get the guy here. He was not available tonight. But
You want
it's,
to up stages?
I threw it out there that when our meetings were, and probably a good thing it didn't come tonight. But we're trying to get that in here, because that's a big project. And I said, we'll get the complaints up here as soon as the chainsaws start. So might as well do something preemptive. But it's primarily in the northeast part of
Are they using Nelson?
Ashland.
Okay. 'Cause Nelson was on my street.
You know, there's an Ashland guy that's...
We have several contractors
Nelson.
they're working with.
And Nelson's been working on Wing Road today.
And this was an Ashland guy that came
That's
out
what
to talk
talking
to
to
me.
me too.
So, I don't know if they're doing the whole thing. I did see the scope of the project, and it's big.
Yeah, they're using several contractors.
Okay. We're looking to get somebody here because it's inevitable. People don't want to see things like that in their front yard, but
I would think, what about getting Dave here? I'll represent. He's a nice guy.
they're doing the hiring, so ultimately they're the boss, you know. Yeah. I dealt with them because, you know, the properties we got out there, so that's all I got, Michael.
Okay. Fred?
Yes. Gentlemen, I need money. I'll get
I
to
do
that in a
it.
second. First of all, I've got your regular reports in front of you, your payment listing, warrants 3575 through 3599, totaling $27,141.93. Of significant note, out of that amount is $16,018.66 to the Bureau of Workers' Comp for our annual premium. Although they did go to a monthly premium option, we'll see a little bit of a savings if we pay the premium all at one time. Also in front of you is your appropriation summary report, fund summary report, and revenue summary report. Speaking of revenue, I have a resolution I'd like to read into the record for consideration. And this is to authorize me, the fiscal officer, to request our first tax advance for the year. Be it resolved by the Board of Trustees of Auburn Township, Geauga County, Ohio, that it must request its first half fiscal year 2016 tax advance, 2017 tax advance by January 23rd, 2017, and that such advance is required to maintain township operations. Therefore, the board authorizes the fiscal officer to make a written request to the Geauga County Auditor for said tax advance pursuant to Ohio Revised Code 321.43.
So moved. Second.
John?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
We'll get that out to the auditor right away. Have another resolution, it being the beginning of the year and we're only running on temporary appropriations. I need a few supplemental appropriations, bless you, so that we can pay for some regular expenses and open up some purchase orders. So if it would be okay with you guys, I'll read that into the record. Be it resolved by the Board of Trustees of Auburn Township, Geauga County, Ohio, that to carry on the regular operation of the township, the following supplemental appropriations must be made. $3,000 to general fund account 1,110,330 for travel and meeting expenses. The OTA conference is coming up, so that's a significant travel and meeting expense. And then we'll have mileage and other things coming in. $1,200 to the general fund, account number 1,110,345 for advertising. $2,000 to general fund account 1,110,599 for other expenses, but primarily to pay for the bicentennial celebration expenses. $2,382.20 to general fund account 1,110,230 for Ohio Bureau of Workers' Comp annual premium amount. $3,842.93 to road and bridge account 2031-330-230 for Ohio Bureau of Workers' Comp annual premium amount. $9,287.08 to fire levy fund account 2191-220-330 for Ohio Bureau of Workers' Comp annual premium amount. $750 to general fund account 1,110,342 for postage. $10,000 to motor vehicle license tax account 2011-330-420 for road and bridge fuel expenses. $2,408.68 to general fund account 1,123.41 for telephone expenses. $1,291.72 to general fund account 1,130.341 for telephone expenses for the zoning department. $1,255.08 to general fund account 1,690.341 for telephone expenses. That would be for Adam Hall. $1,034.28 to road and bridge account 2031-330-341 for telephone expenses at the road garage. Those telephone expenses are annual. That's all I have. Any questions about any of those?
Nope. So moved.
Yeah, second that.
John?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
That's all I've got.
Okay. Old business, the Adam Hall update, that was taken care of with putting out the ads for the proper personnel.
Bicentennial funds. Plates
You
are-
wanna- You wanna just go with the 12,000?
We can get subsequent orders. It takes,
Yeah, they gotta start laying it out, though.
you have to get your first
Yeah,
order
I'd
in.
go with the 12,000 to begin with.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
have leftover plates of that variety too. But we're trying to, maybe if we sell some, you get a free sesquicentennial plate. You're up at the museum, it's a fair amount. Let's say five dozen.
Well, the plates are, we got a quote of $11.07 each. So 12 dozen would be $1,595.16. I'll make a motion to approve getting those purchased.
Yeah, I'll second it. That is more than you guys thought. Quote there.
Sure, I've got it.
You got it.
1595.16.
Yeah, what's the name of the place again?
Kettle Springs Kilns.
Okay.
John?
Motion.
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes. All right, we're still running the Christmas tree recycle drop-off at 17808 Ravenna Road. We're running that till 31st. Okay, on our new business, we have our ODOT 2017 Township Highway Certification.
Make a motion, we accept it.
That's at 54.031 miles. I'll second.
John?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes. Okay. And we have to appoint a representative and alternate for the Geauga County Health District Advisory Council.
We always do the chairman and the vice chairman. And that meeting is, usually it's right at the end of March.
Right.
They used to do a preliminary budget meeting. They haven't done one for a couple, 3 years. That was always real sparsely attended. But they do need, it's important to have a board there for the annual meeting. So I'll just make a motion to go with the chairman and vice chairman here.
Second. As representative and alternate. I'll second. Much to my dismay.
John?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes. Appear to be business, public comment?
Is there a budget that we're looking towards for Adam Hall?
That's coming soon. Yeah.
Well,
We're
I mean,
starting with the
before we hire everybody, do we have any idea how much money we're looking to spend, or are we gonna decide that later on?
We have to develop the scope here and put a, as soon as we speak, that's part of the design build process. We know the scope of the work we want to do, but now we need to get the professionals to come in and tell us. They'll go out and start shopping the various subjects and see what the numbers come in as, and we'll say yes or no.
Project
Yeah, but
manager.
usually would you go as far as hiring a contractor?
We haven't hired
before you do
anybody.
that?
Well,
We haven't hired anybody
You're
yet.
just going out for
Proposals
Yeah.
for that.
Project manager goes a long way
Yeah.
to developing a budget, along with Fred, of course. And that'll all be public.
It's a different process than you're thinking of. This is a design build process.
No, I'm very familiar with that.
Oh, well, then you know that already.
Any other questions? Okay. Make a motion to adjourn.
Well, second.
Adjourned. John?
Yes.
PJ?
Yes.
Michael?
Yes.
we're chasing some grant money for some of the electrical work and so.
Yeah,
all
I
this
got
is
that.
a little fluid, yeah.
I just wondered, are we thinking about $1 million, $5